Want to know how to ditch your corporate ways to really succeed online? Well, stick around because I'm going to tell you in this video. So if you've had a corporate career and you transition to having your own business where you're marketing yourself online, you're bound to find a few key differences to marketing yourself and communicating online compared to corporate, right? This is one of the biggest things you have to get used to when you start marketing online. It's like this whole different world. You might have realized when you first started listening to other experts and authorities online thinking, oh, they're really like, it's all a bit sleazy and hypey and everything's like, it's almost like steak knife salesman, right? Because it's direct response marketing. And in corporate, we're not really used to direct response marketing. Everything's more about more solid traditional marketing methods, having the branding and the strategy behind everything that you do. And every thing that the ways that you communicate are corporate speak, right? You do a boardroom presentation and you're not going to use direct response terms like you better get on board or, I don't know, get in now before the cart closes, right? You're not going to say that in a boardroom to the CEO. It's a different way of being. It doesn't mean you have to let go of any of the traits or elements or skills or talents that got you successful in corporate, because they're likely the reason you have your own business now and you're running it successfully. But you do need to adjust your speak or your communications or your marketing to this new environment, because people don't have big attention spans. You're not sitting there with, people waiting to hear from you and waiting for you to put your PowerPoint presentation up and do a presentation for funding, right? People have got short attention spans and they want you to solve their problem. So you need to get to the point. And that's at the heart of direct response copy. And when you're on video, you just got to kind of get to the point, which sometimes I'm not that great at. And I know when I started my own business, I used to write copy that was very, lengthy. It had to be very articulate, and it was all a hangover from my corporate days, right? Of writing reports and speaking very properly and having an argument or something behind everything that you've got to say, or a reason or whatever it might be, right? Whereas in the online world, you've got to just grab their attention, get to the heart of the matter, create a relationship, show the real you. And it's super hard to show the real you when you've had all these years of conditioning where in corporate, you can't really show the real you, right? That's not how it goes down, right? Like, you've got to play a role. You've got to play the role that you're paid to play, and you've got to be pretty much like a bit of a company robot, and you've got to fall in with the culture and all that stuff. And it's really counterintuitive to what we see that works online. And at first it's really, really puzzling. I know when I started, I was just thinking, oh gosh, the way people do their branding or their logos or the design on I couldn't even stand it. And then I realized that some of the people making the most money were the most likely to have done that. And some of that is because, well, yes, they're absolutely helping people. They're creating offers. They're not afraid to put themselves out there and make offer after offer. Whereas I think when we come from a bit of a corporate environment, we can be a bit more tentative about putting ourselves out there and really connecting as ourselves. It feels even more vulnerable than it does for others, I think, because it's so frowned upon. You never write in first person in reports and briefs and the like, or proposals in corporate. It's just not how it's done. But a different approach works in online marketing. So it's okay, you can transition and you can make the move, but it's good to just be conscious of it, because those old ways of being aren't going to serve you in the online marketing world. So firstly, ditch the corporate speak, okay? So long sentences that are in third person and are super formal need to go out of the window, okay? Doesn't mean you need to dumb yourself down. It doesn't mean you can't shine your talent and help people and create great value. You've just got to get to the point and make it really punchy and to connect with your audience. So speak like you're speaking to one person instead of speaking from up here. Speak to one person on their level. The other part that you need to let go of is that you may not be able to have everything like totally perfect when you're first starting out. It may not be corporate level marketing. It doesn't mean you need to let go of your, the branding principles that might have been really important to you in corporate. But going to have to recognize that you don't have the resources of a big corporate and the marketing budget. So you got to bootstrap a little bit, right? So be a bit flexible and adaptable as far as that goes. The other shift you have to be aware of is that you can't just operate in your silo, right? You don't have all these support systems and people taking care of this, that, and the other unless you've built a really highly effective team, which if you have, good for you. But you need to be aware of all elements of the business in order to grow it and to be successful with your own business, and particularly marketing online. So if marketing wasn't your forte in corporate, well then get some help, get some mentorship, but understand what you need to do to market your business. If finances and operations weren't your thing because the operations manager did that, well, it's time for you to get aware of that side of the business too. Of course, we always gravitate towards those things we're good at, but it's really important that you become the CEO of your own business, okay? So I want you to be thinking, how can I know about all areas of the business and what's working and what's not? So get out of your silo and take an overall look and finally be the CEO that you thought you'd never become in corporate. So if you want to make a bigger impact with your business, learn more marketing strategies and how to grow your business rapidly online, then you might want to like my Facebook page, head on over to YouTube and subscribe, or head on over to victoriagibson.com for my best stuff and free resources. I can't wait to see you next time.